Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Peoria Life on the Pinter and Patrick show out here at Vanilla Sugar Face and Body. My name is Patrick Thompson with my man.
I'm Adam Wasson. Good to see you guys. Filling in for Doug Pinter again here this week.
We are very excited to be back here at Vanilla Sugar Face and Body. But before we get into what we did last time we were here and what we're going to do this time, which is going to be awesome, let's talk a little bit about the local sports, maybe a little bit of playoff baseball as well. We got Dunlap. They're undefeated right now.
Dunlap's undefeated, and they're looking like their schedule. They're looking like they could finish the year that way. They got Limestone tonight, which Limestone's had a rough year. They lost to Metamora last week, who Dunlap pretty well walloped Metamora the week before that. So that's going to be a pretty sure thing for Dunlap there. And then you got Morton on the other side of the middle line there, too, and Washington as well. They both have one loss in the middle line, so this is going to be really exciting to see how this plays out here.
That's unreal.
Then you got Notre Dame in there. They've got Champaign Centennial tonight over in Champaign, so that's going to be interesting because Notre Dame's got to win out for a sure spot in the playoffs. They started a pretty rough season there, 0-3 to start, and they've been winning since there, but to get that spot in the playoffs, they got to win out tonight and next week. And they've got a very strong Normal West team next week. So that'll be interesting to see there. Richwoods has Normal West tonight. Richwoods also has to win out for a sure spot in the playoffs. They had kind of the opposite of Notre Dame. They started real strong, but then have kind of puttered off a little bit there. But I don't have any worries about them. I think they'll really find themselves. Notre Dame, same thing. I think they're really going to find themselves as they have been all year, and they're going to finish strong there.
Yeah, and as Adam gave a great wrap of the local football teams here in Peoria and the surrounding area, go ahead and go to Twitter at TF Sports 309. Listen to that podcast. They're on the Pinter and Patrick show a couple weeks ago over at Iron Athlete Performance, and they give a very good, deep insight about the players, about even more stuff that we can even talk about because they know the sports around here, and they've been traveling to the games, haven't they?
Oh, definitely. They've been trying to hit at least 2 games every Friday, so they usually go to one for the first half and then one for the second half. So tonight I think they're not sure where they're going. I think they might be going to the Central game over at the stadium and going from there, seeing maybe, I think Richwoods is home tonight as well, so probably be hitting those up. Follow them on Twitter. They've been live tweeting their games, so that's Tommy, Fid, and Waffles over there. TF Sports 309 on Twitter. You're going to see a lot of the good stuff that they're doing over there.
Definitely supporting the local teams. But today, we're here again at Vanilla Sugar Face and Body. Last time we were here, I had my eyebrows waxed. They need it again, unfortunately, but I need to schedule an appointment here with Liz. And then we also watched what we called a eyelash perm, but
it's pretty interesting. I've never seen one of those before.
And that wasn't the correct term, was it?
I think that's what she said it was. Eyelash perm, yeah. So just like getting a perm on your hair, same thing, but they did it on her eyelashes. Got a nice little curve on there.
Definitely.
Something that maybe I didn't even know existed before that as a guy, but after watching it, I was like, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and if you are curious about that episode, go ahead and go back to the Pinter and Patrick show on Peoria.life, and you can watch that episode. It's a really good one.
Oh, definitely. It was neat to see Liz and all her girls. They do a great job with the attention to detail that they use on everything. And that's,
absolutely.
I mean, one of those that I'll be coming back for sure. Just the attention to detail, the fun they have. It's a great place to be. Always a good time. Like Liz was saying earlier, they're putting out their own skincare line and everything that way. So they're really doing their own thing, becoming masters of their crafts. They're already masters of their crafts. So they're just trying to spread it with everybody else, which is exactly what we're looking for here in Peoria.
Absolutely. Speaking of the back here, what were we doing here today, Adam?
So I hear that I got volunteered to get my back waxed.
Well, I would have volunteered myself, but I didn't have enough back hair. So this man right here today is going to be getting his back waxed by Amanda here at Vanilla Sugar Face and Body. Amanda's going to do a great job, and we know Liz is going to fill us in on some very good details of how to do it, things to probably look out for, maybe how long it takes, things like that. So if you're a guy out there or even a lady, I mean, it's going to be something to definitely watch, and I don't think you'll cry, so
I hope not. We'll cut if I do.
So we're going to head back there to the room with Liz and Amanda. We're going to get waxing on Adam's back.
Let's do it.
Here he is. The man is on the table. Adam, how are you feeling right now?
I'm excited.
He's excited, he says. So what do we got going here, Liz? Explain this for me. Amanda's going to do a great job, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're going to make his back smooth as a baby's behind today.
Wow.
Yes.
So I've always wanted.
Yeah, he's always wanted that.
And when Amanda was getting started here, what was that she just rubbed on him?
So she put some oil on him. What the oil does is it actually helps the wax to spread a little bit better. And when we get that application happening, it's actually going to help reduce the discomfort a little bit.
Okay.
So the wax isn't going to stick and pull on the hair as much because there's a little oil on it. Another thing that the oil does is it actually hydrates the hair so you don't get as much breakage.
Gotcha.
So people who've got really coarse hair, the hair tends to break. And when you can hydrate that, maybe with a lotion or some oil ahead of time, you're going to get much better results.
Okay. Very cool, very cool. And with that lotion that she put on his back, it's kind of similar to the eyebrows as well?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, same formula.
Last time we were here when I had my eyebrows waxed, that was the first thing that she put on, or I think it was you actually, put that on my eyebrows, and again, it didn't hurt at all, which I don't think this is going to hurt Adam at all either. So, he's, you nervous, Adam?
I don't know about that.
Not at all? And this is the wax that Amanda's putting on right now?
Yes. This is a zinc wax, so it's actually very calming to the skin. It's a cream wax. Some waxes aren't as intense as others, so this is kind of a middle of the road wax. This is what we use for most of our services here. So it's just gentler on the skin. It's good for all hair types. And some waxes are actually stickier than this. So if the hair is really difficult, we do have wax for that.
Gotcha.
But it tends to be a little bit more aggressive as well. So we like to start with this, kind of get to nobody's skin and how they respond to it. How was that?
Oh, she already started?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
How did
tough
that
guy here, huh?
Ooh, he just gave a little Oh my gosh.
Is that sweat I see? No, just
No.
kidding. That looks amazing. So, as I can see right here, his skin is responding very well to it. The hair is coming up very cleanly. Right here, there is a little breakage going on, but that can happen, especially with the first timers. The hair is so thick and coarse.
Oh my goodness.
But, it could just be a little fluke spot that happened as well.
Okay.
So, not a big deal.
Adam, let me ask
It's very
you.
smooth.
Is this the first time you ever had your back waxed?
This is the first time I've ever had my back waxed.
Oh my.
Yes.
I'm glad you got to be here for it.
I am.
So what do you think about it?
Not as bad as I thought it would be, honestly.
Okay,
I
good.
definitely feel it, but it's nothing terrible by any means.
Yeah, so the lower half of the back is not as tender as up by the neck.
Okay.
So once we get up into here, he'll probably feel it a little bit more.
Gotcha.
So we're warning you now.
Good to know. Good to know.
Sometimes we don't like to let them know where it's going to hurt the most.
And with someone who might have a hairier back than Adam does right now, do you have
That's not possible. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
No, that's insane.
No, it's not. It's not.
Do you recommend that the individual, they shave their back themselves, or if they come in, it's just like, whoa, man, you should have shaved a little bit? Is that what you tell them to do, or what's the
honestly, I would prefer it if maybe they shaved, if their hair is like really long.
Yeah.
A couple inches long or something. That's pretty difficult to wax. However, if they were to shave, we recommend that they shave maybe like about 2 weeks before they come in to see us, so that hair can grow out.
Oh man! Oh, that one had to hurt. Holy smokes! Oh, I am sorry, Adam.
I'm not. No, I'm just kidding.
Level of 1 to 10, where's your pain right now?
Getting up there a little bit. Those are about a 6 or 7.
So you can see as the further we move up, the more uncomfortable it becomes. Yeah.
Now, could you explain that in the physiology side of things? Like, is there more nerves up there, less amount of skin, and our body fat as well?
Yeah, there's going to be definitely more nerves. So, you have your central nervous system, which stems out from the brain here, down to the brain stem, and then it's going to branch off into the body. So you have all the nerves that are going to run down the arms, but you have all the back nerves mostly going down right here. And then they stem back out again right here down both the legs.
Gotcha.
So people tend to be most tender here, or where maybe there is just a lot of nerves bunched up in one area. But yeah, definitely, a lot of nerve flow going through here, stemming out. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm looking at this and I'm just like in shock right now. Like, Adam, you probably feel like you're bleeding all over the place right now, but you're not. There are some little red marks just from like the skin coming completely out.
So what you're seeing right here is the hair has been lifted up from the root. And so what he will feel is that there's going to be more nerves at the base of the root hair in the follicle right there. And because this is his first wax, he's more susceptible to a little bleeding. That's another reason why we wear gloves here.
Gotcha.
A lot of people actually wax without gloves in our industry, and I don't understand why, because this is often something that you can see, but it doesn't happen all the time, but you need to be prepared for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So he's getting up into
his hair's really thick right now, so he does have a little breakage going on, and that's very common that first time you come in. The hair is in different growth cycles, so it's going to come up at different rates. So sometimes what a lot of people don't realize is you'll actually have two hairs growing out of the same follicle.
Yeah.
You have one that's about to come out, and then the new one starting to come up.
Okay.
And sometimes when you actually pull out that first hair, it'll pull out the new one. So sometimes this isn't breakage, and sometimes it's just the new hair coming out.
Okay. Okay. How is that up there, buddy?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
I think he's lying.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Now, I know, so he has a tattoo over here. If someone has a tattoo and they're getting a wax, is there any considerations with something like that?
Yeah, you can wax right over it, as
Okay.
long as it's not fresh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's no problem with that.
And another question kind of relating to the tattoos, I know if you get a tattoo, I mean, Adam's is pretty good size there. You're not supposed to get one again for an extended period of time because your body's like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to heal myself, right? What about with him getting a full body back wax? Is he going to be later on be like, oh my gosh, I just feel like I just ran a marathon. Like, I need to sit down and recover.
No, that's generally not the case.
Okay.
Once they walk out of here, they're fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a great
goodness.
question.
Yeah.
It's not that taxing.
Okay.
It's easy for you to say.
I know, right? He's in the middle of it right now. Yeah, I mean, trust me, I get waxed too, so I know what you're going through, so.
So we're almost halfway now, right?
Yes.
And we're, I think, 6 or 7 minutes into the wax. How long does it typically last for? I don't want to say an average individual such as Adam here, but because since he has more hair, what's a wax typically last in terms of time?
As far as the appointment time?
Yeah.
They're generally in and out in under a half an hour.
Half an hour? Wow.
So we're usually pretty fast here. We're actually all out of our wax rollers that we usually use for the back, so she has to do it manually by the stick. So it's taking a little bit longer today.
Gotcha.
We just put an order in now so we can stock back up. But yeah, usually 15, 20 minutes is the average time.
Interesting. Let's see here.
And then the results last for... Yeah, so in about 4 weeks, his hair will be grown back in. Not all of this. It'll probably be about half of what you see here.
Interesting.
And then usually right around the 6 to 8 week mark, they'll want to come in for a touch-up. And then more hair will come back in.
6 to 8 weeks, got it.
6 to 8 weeks. It's different for everybody. I mean, if you were professionally showing your back to people, I would recommend every 4 to 5 weeks.
Gotcha.
But, if it's just something that you want to keep up with, probably somewhere in the 6 to 8 week 8-week range. That's typical of when men come back in to see us. Women tend to be a little bit more frequent than that. But we don't really wax women's backs very often. We have done it, though.
Yeah.
We have.
And with people who show their back a lot, typically people who are maybe in like a fitness competition, like a bodybuilding. Help me out here, Adam. Bodybuilding. What else we got?
Bodybuilding, men's physique, classic physique. Yeah.
So if there's anyone out there who do anything like this, I mean, coming to Vanilla Sugar Face and Body, as you can see, Adam's back is pretty hairy there. If this is going to do you wonders for your show.
Yes, we do wax professional bodybuilders. We've got a local professional here in town that is going to be coming in very soon. And because he also does guest posing around the country.
Interesting.
And so we'll make sure that he looks fabulous on stage.
Yeah. I just cringe at that one, Adam.
Yeah, sometimes, when you're pulling up, sometimes a little wax stays on the on the strip and it doesn't come up all the way, so you got to do that second little pull. So
never been stronger,
yeah, watch your
right?
head there, so you're going to want to make sure your head is down so she doesn't hit you in the head.
Was that the worst one?
Painful.
That might have been the worst one.
Yeah.
His aw.
She's doing a great job.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's coming up great.
Like I said, honestly, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. So
yeah. You're not crying, so that's good.
thank you for saying that while I've got my head over here.
Do you want some tissues, Adam?
So
There's no crying and waxing. I like baseball movies. I love that movie. There's no crying in baseball.
Right,
There's no
exactly.
crying and waxing.
my gosh. So she's Amanda here is just touching up a little bit on this side.
Yep.
And then Adam will have to flip on the other side, correct?
Yeah, it'll just be less painful for him to actually flip over. She can wax from that side, but because of the angle of the skin, she would be really leaning over his body, and we want to make sure that, you know, there's always a little space between our practitioner and the person on the table. We don't want to make them feel uncomfortable.
Makes sense.
You don't want to be
makes
rubbing
sense.
up on them, you know.
As they're already
But when
getting
it's already
waxed.
uncomfortable enough. Yeah, so she was to reach over, you know, most of the time if she was working from that side, she could only kind of go straight out that way, but she has to come straight down. Because if she starts pulling out this way, it's going to be more uncomfortable for him.
For sure.
Yeah. But a lot of men can actually, if they had probably a little less hair, it's possible to wax, you know, from that side.
Gotcha.
But I think because he actually has a strong curve between here and here because he's so muscular, that it will be actually a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
To wax from that side.
With how Amanda did it from the bottom to the top, is there art behind that or a reason why?
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere, and usually because it hurts the least amount down here, we're kind of building him back up into it. And it is kind of nice to know each person's individual threshold of pain or discomfort.
Right.
Especially sometimes when we're doing the Brazilian waxes. You know, we don't want to just start going full force and realize that
That's
the person...
next.
That's next
Yeah,
month.
it's your next. We do men Brazilians here, too.
Oh.
Adam,
Yo.
we won't film that. We won't do that. We won't do that.
Oh my goodness.
So one of the things that we love to do here, Patrick, is we love to make people laugh.
Yes. Yes. And you explained that a little bit earlier, right?
Yes.
Why is that?
So when we get people laughing and feeling comfortable around us, it actually increases the endorphins and can reduce the discomfort that they have with us. So a lot of people will come in and say, that was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Got
And
it.
one of our, you know, it's one of those quiet tricks that we implement here.
Gotcha.
You know, we like to compliment somebody as soon as they come through the door. Then we like to crack a stupid joke.
For sure.
Get them on the table, maybe talk about our own personal experience with waxing, tell a funny story. You know, if you heard something in the news, just come up with something to forget about, so they don't think about what's going on right here.
Oh my goodness.
So we practice a little psychology here for people.
That's good. That's very good.
Go ahead and turn your head to any side.
So what she's doing here right now, she asked him to move his head. So she's
Yeah.
stretching out that skin.
Okay.
Because his skin was kind of scrunched up like that. And when that happens, it obviously shortens the skin, but when you try to go pull, it's going to like kind of snap the skin.
Yeah.
And you're going to get terrible results. It's going to
Yeah.
be more painful for the person, and you're also not going to get nearly as much hair to come up. You're going to get more breakage, and it's just not a good way to wax anybody.
Right. Feeling for you, buddy, right now. He's like, this is gonna suck.
Now, waxing is our #1 services that we perform here. We do it year-round, and because we do it so much, we've gotten very good at it, and we work as a team to talk about certain things that may be going on in our environment or with maybe someone that we're working on, so we can always make improvements as we continue to progress.
Yeah,
Because waxing, I mean, it's an art and a skill.
definitely.
You know, to get really good at it, you have to have a good flick of the wrist. She can't watch how she pulls. She pulls
Wow.
straight that way.
Yeah,
Some people will pull like up like that.
like a Band-Aid, like
Not good. That's not good. You don't want to pull up or at a 45-degree angle. You want to be as parallel to the skin as possible.
You just sleep already, Adam?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's sleeping like a baby. But your back's going to be smooth like a baby's
I
behind.
cannot wait.
His shirt's gonna be off every day at the gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even more.
Yeah.
So are you going to be a juggernaut at the gym, Adam?
I think so.
Yeah,
Now.
yeah. So we're giving him self-confidence.
There you
It's one of
go.
the big things that we do here. We make people feel great about themselves.
Yes.
We seriously have the best job in the world. We really do. And you must feel the same way with your job.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, when people come into Anytime Fitness Peoria, and Adam as well can attest to this with his athletes, like saying, "Oh, I was able to, I don't know, walk down the stairs without any knee pain. I was able to put this away in my overhead counter, or excuse me, cupboard, and just like exercise has helped people gain more confidence and become stronger. Just like this. I mean." For Adam, I know he takes his shirt off whenever, but he might not have taken his shirt off beforehand because of his back hair. Mm-hmm. And now it could be give him confidence daily to do so.
Yeah. So she is working from that side of the table, and if you notice, she stopped right here.
Yeah.
Because that's as far as she could go with keeping the integrity of the hair from not breaking and also his comfort level.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and eventually she'll flip him around and finish the rest. We'll finish you off, Adam.
Appreciate it.
Our pleasure. We're here to please.
Great job.
Yeah. You know, we love the idea of building confidence up in people, too, and we do that with all the services that we offer here. You know, whether it's lash extensions, which I've got some lashes on today, or body waxing. So, like, if somebody's going on their honeymoon, they can. A lot of people go to the beach. They don't have to worry about shaving for the whole week. And feel confident in their skin.
Yeah, because, I mean, with having facial hair, for me, I get lazy and don't want to do it.
Yep.
Even though I'm not getting my face waxed, so... And actually, if someone was wanting their face waxed, I know we did something a while back where ladies would get their upper lip wax, right?
Women,
yeah.
yes.
But men, you probably wouldn't even advise that.
We don't advise it.
Yeah.
We did actually have one gentleman call us and ask us to do it. And he wanted his scalp waxed as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was interesting. And we really advised it. And this is what he said to me on the phone. He goes, "But I've seen it on YouTube." And I said, "Not everything you see on YouTube should be done at home, or even for most people."
Right.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I'm just in shock right now by this. Like, I've never really seen it done except for on 40-year-old version. What do you get, a smiley face on his back or stomach?
Yeah. So they waxed.
Is that what you guys did?
So I think they waxed his chest, and and for dramatic purposes, people will put like wax right over the areola, the nipple.
Okay.
And that's really something you should not do.
Oh my goodness.
So they'll do it for for the wow factor, but it's really not something that should be done. You can work around the area.
If someone was wanting to do their front side, would that be? Do you think it'd be more painful?
The chest is usually more uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. The stomach especially.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot more looser skin down here for people, and for some reason it's just, it kind of hurts down there.
Yeah.
Is that next, Adam?
We'll save that for you.
Yeah.
But they do love the results when it's done.
I bet.
Yeah. So we get people, a lot of gentlemen will come in when they're doing like before, or I should say not before pictures, but maybe after pictures when they're doing a competition, like a weight loss competition. They'll come in for a spray tan, and then 2 days later they'll come back in, or sorry, they'll come in for a body wax, and 2 days later a spray tan.
Gotcha.
So they look great for the pictures and a better chance of winning.
Oh man. Ooh. I can read what your tattoo says now.
We couldn't read it before.
It's coming together, man. You're going to be happy for it.
I'm excited.
Before and after. We're going to have one of these for you.
Oh, yeah.
And so, we're going to go ahead and cut out right now, and Adam's going to flip over, and we're going to finish them off here. So,
woohoo!
Sweet.
Look how smooth and beautiful Adam's back looks now.
It's awesome.
The Amanda is doing a fabulous job by keeping his tears in, by making them nice and pretty and smooth. So we're finishing up here. It's taken roughly 20 to 25 minutes for Adam, right? Mm-hmm. Right before he came down to his stomach on this side, he was sitting straight up, right?
Yes.
And I know you and Amanda both talked about keeping that skin tight.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else about why she stood him up, or it's not stood him up, but sat him up facing this way to get his backside up by his neck?
Yeah, if you can see how when he's laying like this, he's got his face turned and all that skin is just scrunched up.
Yeah.
So we just really wanted to stretch that out so it hurts less for him. And also ergonomically for her, you know, she doesn't have to hold the skin, dip the wax, put the strip on, and try to pull it off.
Gotcha.
You know,
gotcha.
so he'll get better results when that skin is stretched out that way.
Okay, cool. And we just have a couple more wax or pulls here left. So to contact you guys here at Vanilla Sugar Face and Body, Liz, where's the best ways to contact you?
Anyone can call or text us for appointments or questions at 309-219-1140. But for most, what most people like to do is they like to kind of investigate who they're going to come to see first.
Okay.
So we recommend people going to our website and they can read all about us. It's vanillasugarfaceandbody.com. It's a very long word, but we're all over the internet. You can just type in waxing Peoria or skincare Peoria, and we usually come up on the first page.
Very cool. And I believe you have a Instagram page as well.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
What is the handle for that one, I should say?
It's Vanilla Sugar Face and Body. Amanda's kind of in charge of the Instagram page.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know I follow you guys on there, and you have great content. So
thanks. Yeah, I'm not a millennial, so trying to keep up with Instagram is not. I'm not very good at it.
It's a hard gig, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have plenty of testimonials and videos out there as well, either website or YouTube.
Yes. You can see we've got amazing reviews, testimonials on Facebook, on Google, on our scheduling software, which is Vagaro.com, but you can just access that right from our website. In fact, on our homepage, we have a link to the pages where you can see our reviews.
Perfect.
We're right there, like pretty much 5-star all across the board. And we're just very passionate about what we do, and I think it shows
absolutely,
especially in Amanda's work today right here.
Yeah. I know you guys have done well on my eyebrows.
Yep.
So Adam, before we head out here, level of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how'd that feel today?
You know, it really wasn't too bad. I was expecting pretty bad, but I'd say about a 5.
Okay.
5.
Yep.
5 plus 1
That's
because he's
good.
being strong right now.
So now he's all ready to, you know, take his shirt off in the gym and try to impress some ladies there.
You know I will.
You gotta take a video of that and post it on Instagram.
Definitely.
Tag us.
We will.
Yeah, say, this is because Vanilla Sugar made him look so good.
You hear that, Adam?
Perfect. I'll do it.
Awesome, I love it.
All right, we are finished here. Adam, you look fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Smoother than a baby's butt.
Beautiful.
And again, my name is Patrick Thompson, with owner of Vanilla Sugar Face and Body, Liz Steffen, and our man right here, Adam Wasson. So tune in next week. We'll be at Anytime Fitness North Peoria, and we'll be talking about the Haunted Hustle Run on October 28th. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.